Hello friends, this is your host, Dr. Chungo here, bringing you episode 11 of the Pizza Talk podcast. Today it's going to be a little different of a podcast. My computer that I was using to record these things kind of crapped out on me, in so much that the FireWire and USB ports that I use for the audio interface have shit the bed. So I'm doing this through my mixer plugged into my computer, and I decided what would be better than for us to actually play some music. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through the guests that we've had on here. I'm going to play some songs, and we're going to talk about those songs. And we're going to have us a good little time. If you would like, now more than ever, to donate to the podcast, that would be greatly appreciated. I have a new computer, and it is actually sitting behind me right now. However, do not have the correct display cord. That should be here tomorrow, which is terrible timing because I had an out-of-town band that we were going to talk to today. Depending on if it comes in time early enough tomorrow, we might be able to squeeze that one off, but I'm not counting on it, so just wanted to get something out for you all. We'll have one I'm recording on Sunday, and hopefully stack one up middle of next week as well. Once again, learn my lesson, so I'm not going to reveal the names of those. You'll find out when and if they get released. So anyway, this background music that you're hearing is by Thumper. You might recognize that from John Hawkins. He was on our last episode, and I think him and Ian are tied right now for the most visits on the podcast, so that's pretty nice. Glad to see we have some guest enthusiasm. We definitely love that. So I guess what I'm going to go ahead and do is just, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and just plug one of the bands I'm in. This is We Never, playing Magic River off their new self-titled release. We'll be playing this Saturday at Strange Matter for the second show of the Commonwealth of Notions. Let me just go ahead and plug on Friday at Strange Matter for the first night of Commonwealth of Notions. Sports Bar, Young Scum, Camp Howard, Saul Black, Magnus Lush, Buddy List, and Piranha Rama will be playing. And on Saturday night, joining We Never, we will also have Ice Cream Social, O-Pen, Black Liquid, McKinley Dixon, Sammy Lanzetta, and Hot Reader. Hope to see some of you folks out there. Go ahead and just say, you sent me here because of the Pizza Talk podcast, and I'll go ahead and I'll give you a nice high five. Maybe I'll even give you a hug if you're not smelly. All right, so let's dig into this. This is We Never, Magic River. track that we're going to get into is from guest Navi. Just talking about John. Him and Kyle were on, I believe it was for the 4th episode. If you have not listened to that, why don't you go on, head back, and check that bad boy out. Let's go ahead and give a plug for them. They'll be playing 2 shows on Friday, August the 4th. The first one, I believe, will be at the Camel for Don't Look Back Fest, benefit for the beloved taco joint DLB, who suffered from a very unfortunate fire. No one was hurt, but some people were out of biz, so I guess their wallets hurt. It's not very good. So go out and support them. They will be joined by Keep, Good Neighbor, Smoke Break, and Claire Morgan. That is $6 in advance, $8 a day of, 8 p.m. doors, 9 p.m. music. They'll also be playing at Gallery 5's First Friday, joined by Dorothea Cottrell of Windhand and Petrichor, who will have a song from later in the episode, and Pad Magic. All right, so this is Flanajam off of Illuminavi 2 by Navi. Continue to keep the pace of this rock and roll music moving on up with this next group. I actually just got back from the driving range with guitar player and lead singer Chris Compton of Lard Margin, and we had a good old time hitting some dingers, as he likes to say. They do have a last show coming up. Well, I guess actually, so they have a show coming up that's a going away party for their other guitar player, Chris Carrion. Don't really want to blow the spots up on that since it seems to be somewhat more of an intimate event. But I did see that they announced a show, and I couldn't really track down the info. So if I get that figured out, it'll be in the description. If not, you can just check it out. I know you can figure out where the shows are. If you figured out how to find this podcast, and you like any of these bands, you're going to know where to look. All right, so this is off of the 2-song release, Smothered and Covered by Large Margin. This song is called Executive's Order.
Get up, get up, get up, get up.
And this next track we're going to dig into is by Night Idea. This is off of their Audio Tree Sessions, which was released in October of 2016. And oddly enough, I believe that's when their new album's going to come out, except for the 2016 is going to be replaced with 2017, because that's the one that's coming up. This is the song Canopy, once again from the Audio Tree Sessions by lovely, lovely boys, Night Idea. Wow, wasn't that a great track, y'all? Oh, wow. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and keep this music fest a-rolling. Next up, hope you listen to that incredible just adventure that was the Basmati episode. They were a little bit of goofsters, and, we love some comedy over here at the Pete's Talk podcast. By gosh, this whole thing's even listed under comedy, but maybe I'm going to have this one hashtag music, since we're just hashtag chilling to some tones. This song by Basmati, I actually got this wrong on the podcast. I said their album was called Tropical Billionaire, and they did not correct me. That was not the case. That's just the name of their t-shirt that they have out. It's got a beautiful portrait of them in some nice colors. I'd check that out on their Bandcamp, basmatilovesyou.bandcamp.com. The album is Perpetual Smile. This is Basmati, and this song is Understand.
Nothing else nectar.
right, we got a couple more tracks for you. Actually, couple plus one. That means three. This next track is by Fat Spirit. Again, Ian's been on the cast for a while, and his whole band decided to join. We had a good time. Our pizza took a really long time, and I actually just got a coupon for a free pizza because it took so long to deliver. So we used that last night. I was hanging out with Brandon from Basmati, the band we just heard, and also Ben Harcel of We Never, that you heard at the beginning. And we decided we were going to watch some Jean-Claude Van Damme, and we ordered that pizza, and we got some Papa John chicken papas. And I'll tell you what, that chicken, you could tell it was raised with without antibiotics, because it was some delicious chicken. And we had a full sauce spread. So that was a really nice thing that we experienced. And watched, Lionheart, the 1990 action-adventure revenge. I guess it's a revenge film with featuring sweet Jean-Claude Van Damme. So let's see. Anyway, what do we got? What was I even saying? Oh, yeah, this song is that's nothing to do with any of that. This song is by Fat Spirit. This is off of their new album, Nihilist Blues. This song is called Great Divide. Folks, we're going to close this bad boy out with just a little twofer. This next band is Petrichor. Harrison was on the, I guess now that I look back on it, the episode that indicated that my computer was dying. We had so much technical difficulties, but it ended up being a fun recording, and I think it worked out well. So definitely check out the episode number 10, the one right before this. Be sure, if you're listening on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, give it a subscribe. Sounds like SoundCloud may be going out of business, and that's what I'm using to host all this. So we'll address that issue when it comes there, but for now you can also find it there, and I'm always on YouTube. So we're going to close this bad boy out with Petrichor. Again, they are playing August 4th at Gallery 5 for First Friday with Navi, Dorothea Gatrell, and Bad Magic. This song is off of their self-titled debut release. This song's called You Chose.
It's the calm before the storm. Let's be
Buzzard Dust with All American Cancer off of their self-titled demo. Thanks everyone for listening to the Pizza Talk podcast. If you could give me a like, if you want to subscribe wherever you're listening to this on your favorite podcasting platform. If you want to donate, again, I had to get a new computer to help bring you guys this. Hopefully this should be a good fix, but I got some bands coming up. I will have links for all of this music in the description, as well as the donation boxes. The music you heard at the beginning and the music you're hearing underneath me right now is Thumper, John Hawkins. So I'm just going to go ahead and bleed it out with that. Thanks again to all you pizza heads. Hope you enjoyed this nice little slice of pie talk. We'll be back with those goofy old band interviews, or maybe we'll have some serious ones. Who knows? It's hard to tell what you're going to get. Just I've had some goofsters in the studio, so maybe one day we'll get serious. But do you really want that? I mean, do you want us to talk about music when we have bands in the studio, or do you just want to hang out? You let me know. Send me an email, pizzatalkpodcast@gmail.com. Send me a comment. You can talk to me. I love pizza. So, I mean, I'm pretty much forced to love pizza because of doing this. So that was something that I've learned about myself recently. So anyway, hope you continue to love, continue to grow. Thanks for tuning in. Chongo out.